Alright, should be live. So, as the stream title suggests, kind of have to, let's see, where's the... There we go, Premier Draft Final Fantasy. Okay. And... yeah, we can use the gold for this one. We'll save the draft tokens for another one. So, I have to be to work at 2 o'clock, and it is a quarter to 12 now, so... We're going to draft... hopefully a very fast deck, and I will bash through the opponents quickly. So, of course, we're going to get the slowest, grindiest control cards. We're going to open, like, Bahamut, and then... just, you know, whatever. Or maybe the last person will just never ready up. Come on, last person. Alright, Cypher. Cypher seems aggro, right? He's a 4-mana 3/4, attacks alone against double strike. The Regalia is a 4/4 haste. Top of your library to reveal a land card, put that card on the battlefield tap, rest on the bottom of your library in random order. Titus is super aggro. This is Squall as Danitha Capuchin for the equipment deck. Noah and her puppy dog. I love Prisha's Wanderings. From my graveyard without paying its casting cost. And then exile. I think this is either Cypher or Squall, I think, as a pack one, pick one. Regalia is good. Alright, let's do the equipment deck. If we can. Depending on what else is in the packs. Immediately get past another Renoa. Rescue mission is fine. White Mage's Staff is good, but not what I want to second pick. Okay. I'll be honest, I'm very tempted to just grab the Gardener. I love ramp in the early... especially in the early days of the draft, where you can just get on the board faster than the opponent. Similar to drafting the aggro deck, drafting the ramp deck. Usually gets you a bunch of wins just because. Yeah, I think Renoa is the better card, but I think I'm going to take the Gardener. Oh, Cactuar, you are not as aggro as you think you are. Town Greeter, not really. This requires the 4 more mana non-creature spells. Don't really want instant ramen. Monk's Fist is so weak to take, even as a follow-up to Squall as Danitha. Alright, we already have the Gardener. We could look for the Reanimator stuff. That'd be a fast deck, too. There's also the potential for the Landfall deck with the Sandworm as a 5/4 haste. Yeah, Cactuar so far has been good for pushing early damage, and then it just immediately falls off. Like, it's so slow after that initial hit or two. Well, if I wanted to do the self-mill, there's Reinforcements and the Seath. Tifa's Limit Break, but I don't really have the cards for that. Nothing for the white equipment deck. Alright, give me the 3 mana 3/3. That comes back. Because I don't think any non-black-green deck is going to want the Shinra Reinforcements, so we should be able to wheel them. Ooh, Malboro's a good setup/reanimation target. Hirmon's good, but better in white-black, where you want to be able to sacrifice your stuff anyway. Ochu, good to have one in the black-green deck, because you're going to put a lot of cards in your graveyard. And then we have some decent red cards. But again, nothing amazing in white, so yeah, it's looking more and more like Squall was a dead pick, but couldn't have known that at the time, and I think he's a reasonable pickup because if we start seeing the white-red equipment deck, He'd be an incredibly solid include. So Danitha makes your equip cost 1 less. So, and is a first strike vigilance lifelink. Yeah, this is the Final Fantasy Through the Ages, I think, is the bonus sheet list. Ooh, Gladio. Gladio's real strong for the landfall deck. And not a great green card. That's true. We're seeing like black and red mostly, but not like cards for black and red, because black and red is the make black mage tokens deck essentially. So 4 mana 4/4 or 4 mana 3/4 that makes a treasure. Again, this is another card that plays a bit better in the white-black decks where the treasure has extra value. Garuda is pretty strong, but I have a lot of good black cards. I might legit take the Blitzball, even though we don't have any legends right now, and just try and ramp into these 6-drops that are tearing the opponent's hand apart and putting a bunch of bodies and putting a big body in play. It also makes them lose life just for casting it. Alright, we can take the Revelation that goes with my Evil Reawakened and my Shambling Seath and whatnot. Hecteyes, Prisoner's Wanderings is one of those cards I don't think you're going to see this late, once the set has been out for, like, a full week. But I also think the Hecteyes is good, and it plays into my Malboros on the top end, so might just be able to keep opponents on the back foot. Also, right now, technically, my only green card is the Gardener, so if I got some crazy cards in other colors, like, would it be better to take a combat tutorial here and just do a blue-black grindy deck? Maybe. Legitimately, maybe. I am going to take that just in case, because I don't think the Grand Pulse Ochu, like, it's fine. I will play it, but it's not what I'm looking for. Another Revelations here. Look at my top 3, 1 to hand, the other 2 to the graveyard, and it has flashback, so it goes really well with the spend enough mana on spells. Alright, we'll take the reinforcements over the Dark City, because I still have, like, the rest of the cards for a black-green self-mill or a blue-black grindy deck. This one is... oh, light up the stage. Oh, there's a corner by Black Mages, finally. But I think it's a little late for that. Or is it? I can take Queen Brahi. I could also just take Chocobo Racetrack. Everything I have seen of Chocobo Racetrack tells me that it's a better card than I thought it would be. I thought this format would be a little bit faster from some of the earliest games I saw of it, but now it's looking a little bit slower. I can also take the corner by Black Mages, but at that point I think I want Brahi, because I do have a decent number of non-creature spells to buff her, and then the Black Mages triggers, so we'll take her. We'll see if we can find some stuff. There's the Mountain Chocobo. There's also just another Hecteyes and another Gardener. Honestly, I want the Gardener. I like what it's doing with my other cards. Like, just ramping into the other powerful black cards is fine. Alright. There's a Precious Wanderings and a Fight On. Alright, let's take the Wanderings. We'll shift Brahi down here for right now, but you might not have to stay down there. Okay, there's Vanille now. Okay, so we're getting the green cards from the left because green got cut so hard in Pack 1, so pick up a few ramp spells. be able to hit these Malboros early. I'd really like to see the T-Rexer and any, like, big bomby creature like, I don't know, Diamond Weapon. Just something very large that I can reanimate early on that'll put a ton of pressure on the opponents. Primal Odin would be good. It's only 3 chapters, but the ETB kill a creature, and the second chapter must be blocked or you die. Especially if I can give him trample with anything. We take those 2 would be really good. Alright, who needs to read all of their cards all of a sudden? Ooh, an Overkill. There's Black Waltz number 3. There's the Rexer. I think I want the T-Rexer first. Just to make sure I get one. Like, Overkill is nice, but Overkill and Sephiroth's Intervention are pretty interchangeable for the deck. So I would take either of those. But if I don't get the actual big bodies, then I'm just going to get overwhelmed by their large creatures, and my removal isn't going to help as much. Alright. I do just like the Salvagers in general, but they're obviously better in Black-White. So this might be Grand Pulse Ochu, because it's a very dire threat. That's such a weird noise. Because I don't remember Ochu's making that particular sound in 13. Then again, I only played through it once, so... Alright, there's a Fang to go with our Vanille, if I wanted to. There's also a Vane's Treachery. Sure, the format's new. I had these 2 in sealed at the pre-release, and I never merged them. We wound up not actually technically firing that event, so me and my brother just were playing the 2 decks against each other. Because the only other person that showed up for it was had never played Magic before, and decided that spur of the moment, enter a tournament is the best way to learn how to play. And yeah, I don't teach Magic very well. We wield the Cornered by Black Mages. I am gonna take it. Obviously better in Black-Red, but it's still kill a creature, make a creature, and that creature is gonna ping them every time I cast a non-creature spell, which I do have a bunch of currently on the list. So... that's not the worst offer I've had. But yeah, so we just wound up playing the decks while we were waiting for the next event to start, which did actually fire and had a bunch of people for, so that was nice. I think I want the second Hectize. The Shinra reinforcements we should be able to grab basically for free if they're in packs. I want to strip resources away and now fight on to reward me for that. 4 mana 4/4 or 4 mana 3/4 that gets me to 6 mana faster. Alright, show me your shiny rock. Take the black-green town. Alright, starting town is... enters tapped unless it's the early stage of the game, makes colorless, and can pay a life to add a mana of any color is fine. Ugh, this pack is terrible for me. This is Counterspell as key art from Final Fantasy II. I genuinely don't know which one of these mediocre cards to take. I don't think I need a third Resentful Revelation or a second Quettrub. I might just take the rare land, honestly. Commune with Beavers. The other cards go to the bottom of my library, so it's not helping my black-green build. So yeah, I think I just take the land. I think I just rare draft this one. That pack was dreadful. Alright, Kane is fun. We did get to play... So my brother played with Kane, and we played in the finals of the third tournament, after the second one did not fire, and he played Kane, and I won, but it's not for lack of trying on Kane's part to draw him a bunch of things, too. It's just that we traded resources back and forth a lot. I think I'm going to take the Hunt the Mark as a 5-mana kill a creature, and then eventually flips. Plus we have the one guy that makes treasure, so we should be able to wheel the Heck Dies. This is Vayne as Finn the Fangbearer, so 1/3 Death Touch. But I'm not really super interested in trying to draft that. Like, trying to draft more Death Touchers to make him better. He's a 1/3 Death Touch, he doesn't need it. But at that point, he's a 1/3 Death Touch, and I'd rather have a removal spell. Undersea Dire Rat to help trigger side quest is okay. But I think 4-mana make 2/2/2s, and then later on make a bunch of 2/2s. Especially when I'm the self-mill deck anyway. Is better. This is Vaughn as Captain Lannery Storm. Another fight on... Or we can just take the Cloud of Darkness. I'm going to take Cloud of Darkness. So it is a 5-mana 3/3 flyer that gives a creature -X/-X when it enters based on the number of permanent cards in my graveyard. So... Another removal spell. Ooh, Clive. Fancy. Poison the Waters to kill all the little creatures versus a Scout, meh, and the Gigantode, also meh. Yeah, I'll take this. There are a lot of 1/1 adventurers, or heroes rather, and the Black Mage tokens. So being able to sweep those away would be really good. Take Treachery over Greeter, even though Greeter is definitely fine in the deck. Because I'm a little light on removal, and I have a bunch of self-mill cards already. Maybe Mr. Trader. Maybe you can... Take another Ahiramon. That's true, I had all these Ahiramons. If Finn the Fangbearer actually wheels, I have the Ahiramons, a Grand Pulse Ochu. I could poison somebody out who's gained enough life. I'd probably kill them with damage. Unless I get Vayne, like, turn 2 or something, and then turn 3 Ahiramon, but... Who are we drafting with? Anybody? Well, it's the Goblin King, so... Alright, let's get those last couple picks in. Only got an hour and a half for these games. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to cut this one short. But I really wanted to play. It's a new set. Can't help myself. So yeah, draft number 1 might be a part 1 and 2 on the YouTube VODs at this point. Just because of that. Alright, we wheeled the Heck Dies. Do I need a third one of them? Is 3, right? Or do I just want the land? I think I just want the land at this point. Fix my mana. Alright, we did get the Undercity Dire Rat for another treasure. Another fight on. Give me the creature that I might play if I need things versus the land. I'll pick up the lands eventually. Alright, server, don't crash on me. Alright. 49 spells, or 49, yeah, 49 cards. Need to fix that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Although this is technically a 4-drop creature that enters tapped, so... Alright, we probably don't need the Blitzball. I don't have a ton of legendary creatures. It's like Bang, Vanille, and Cloud of Darkness, I think. And if I flip it, Yazamat? Yeah, Yazamat's legendary. I have to double check, because there are a few things that aren't legendary that feel like they kind of really should be. From a Final Fantasy perspective. Probably lose the poison the water. It's tempting to keep this, though. There are going to be a lot of matchups where it's real good. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, we can cut from up here now. Oh, it is counting side quests as a creature, and that's a little loose on its part. Like, this is a creature more than side quest is a creature. The Forayer is not amazing. I don't want 2 Fangs, even though it makes it a little easier to flip them. And Ragnarok is a hell of a creature. I don't need the Dire Rat. I like my other 2-drops better anyway. Um, 5 more cuts. I think we lose one of the Fangs. Probably one of the traders, too. I don't need this to flip. I can just run it as I kill a creature. And the treasures will come from the opponent, you know, having to block things and to not die. And kill my stuff. Maybe only one fight on and 1 evil reawakened is fine. That gets me closer to the 8 spells mark. Kind of where I prefer to be. I want to cut both traders. And cut the one of the Ahiramon. Aramons. I used to reverse a handful of letters. I don't have like full-on dyslexia or anything, but every once in a while I jumble a letter. So this has always been Ahiramon, as the R and the I switch places in my head. Alright. Maybe cornered is just a little too weak. Alright. Let's go for it. Like I said, don't have a ton of time, so... This is definitely going to be split into a part 1 and part 2. Come on, arena servers, you can do it. It's what you trained for. There we go. Found an opponent. Music has started. Looks fine. Not great, but fine. Got turn 2, Revelation. Go find something to do and to set up Cloud of Darkness. Got our mana. Yeah, take him. Put some cards in the... Put permanents in the graveyard for Cloud of Darkness. Ooh, Torgal is a fine hound. You are correct, game. Torgal is a fine hound and a good boy. Deserves all the pets. I was gonna say, if for some crazy reason Torgal attacks here, I'm blocking him. Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay. Alright. Let's cast another one, see what we get. Take the Treachery now. Alright, so I was gonna cast the Gardener, but now I think we take out Torgal. He is a fine hound, but... I don't think I can live through him being against me. He's fixing their colors, ramping their mana, and giving counters if they play a human. So, I think that's a triple whammy. And I will trade for the Corel, so that way it's not locking down my better creatures later. Ah! Yep, that'll work. Destructible. Kill the Corel so it can't lock down Cloud of Darkness. I have to be a little more specific. I can't. So that doesn't lock down Cloud. Cloud, where? I love him. He's so handsome. And what the? What's that? Alright. 3-mana, 3/3 reach. With a musical interlude thrown in. Alright, let's start getting in there. Alright, get my shiny rock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, Ochu's not active next turn anyway, so I do think I cast this. Yep. Darkness is down. Take 2 in the air. Yeah, this is fine. I'll decline on that one though. Alright. Play Fang. Play the Ochu. So now if I flashback Revelation, I'll lose a life and draw a card off Fang. Oh, there's Renoa. So that's going to be exceedingly painful in the immediate future. Right side is I can stop Renoa. So that's going to do a ton of damage to me in the air with the Dragoon's Lance. Unless they move it over to her. Which they probably should at this point. Because then I have to block the giant thing on the ground and still take 5 in the air. Yep, that's what they're going to do. Oh, they didn't want to attack with Angelos as like a 5/5, or the human token, or the hero token as a 5/5 there. Alright, what do I have to work with? Well, I have Cloud of Darkness that I can get back. That seems really good. I have like 10 billion permanents in my graveyard. And the Ahiramon. Okay, yep. Alright. And let's just cast Cloud of Darkness and kill Renoa here, or attempt to. Another Cure Magic. Battle menu. Oh, that's mildly awkward. I think we just wait a little while longer then. I think we're chumping Renoa, though, with Cloud of Darkness here, which is a little disappointing, but it's fine. Sarah. Alright. That makes Renoa stronger, but she doesn't have Trample yet. Yet being the operative word. Alright, so we have to chump Renoa. 4 on 2, 3. Death Toucher on the 5/5. Take 3 damage. Yeah, maybe the Death Toucher should have gone on the 3/3. Just because it's going to be bigger later. Alright, so cast the Ahiramon so we can stop the other thing. Play out the Seath, but we have it. Then... I hit them for 2 with Fang. Actually, let's cast out the other Gardener. Oh. Yeah, I forgot I was going to tap the first Gardener, but that's still fine over the treasure. I was thinking having the extra blocker, but it was better than the treasure. Alright. If Renoa can survive the Ahiramon... Ah, well... Burrell's going to be a problem in a half second. When it taps my only flying blocker. This is not going to end well. I haven't drawn anything that's going to stop Renoa here. I'm pretty sure the answer is no, and then they're going to tap my Ahiramon, and I'm going to die, but... Well, let's find out. There's Vanille, finally. Shinra Reinforcements is not good enough. And that kills me. Oh well. Yeah, if they did not have the Cure Magic, we would have been fine, because they would have had a much smaller flyer on their turns. And we might have been able to live through that. Yep, tap my only reach/flying creature, and then kill with Primal Garuda for good measure. Alright, you win. You did it. Good job. Alright. Well, we might be able to finish the entire draft if I keep losing. Assuming the servers don't explode. Meantime... Wanderings with no creature is not great to get the black for the Hectize. But I do have Vanille and the Balam T-Rex, so... Alright. I really want to draw a Swamp. Since we're on the draw, I'm going to keep it. We're going to see if I draw a Swamp. Good. Because now at least I can put the counter on the Hectize and get a 2/2 for my trouble and get a card out of their hand. Okay. Ooh, opponent seems to be color screwed at the moment. Alright, so we attack. Yeah, sure. The only thing they can possibly do here is bounce anyway, so... And... So the way this is worded, it's a reflexive trigger. You don't ever run the risk of getting, like, your creature bounced and not getting your land out of the deck because of that. Oh, this doesn't feel like much of a game. Alright, we hit the Trader. Grab that. They find a plains yet? They found a plains. Okay, we do actually have to play a game of Magic now. Hey, Titus. How's it going, man? Alright, so... attack with Vanille, because they can just use Titus to crew the cargo ship if they want to. Even though the Hectize can't block Titus because of his attack trigger, there's no sense running it into the 2-3. If they want to trade with Vanille, that's great. Pretty sure this thing is a mana dork and a flying vigilance creature at the same time. Alright. And yeah, we're just gonna slam T-Rexer now. Put a giant body on the board, maximum pressure. Because next turn we can play the Traitor and Treachery, and we'll have an artifact, so if they play a better target than Titus, we can kill, like, Sid, for example. Pretty sure that's what I'm doing here, so... Alright, let's see if we can get a 2-for-1 with Bane's Treachery. Or if they're just gonna put Sid on the Hectize. Alright. That's fair. It's a new format. There was a chance that they double block the T-Rexer because they're so far behind, but... Alright. I was gonna say, is he a once per turn? Because it took too long for the trigger to get on the stack, but... yeah, I still feel like we're crushing here, because I still get to attack with the Traitor and the T-Rexer if I want, unless they... well, they're gonna put the equipment on something, so let's see what they put it on. Alright, so that stops the Traitor from comfortably attacking, but... which one of these is actually the best? Putting that in the graveyard helps set it up, but it's also kind of low if I don't put more permanents in the graveyard. Yeah, I guess we make this thing better on the backside. Then... back with T-Rexer, because their blocks are terrible. Okay, they're gonna do it. So... we'll kill Titus, because he's the more problematic of the two. Then... you just get Rexer back. I feel like we run out the more bodies first. Try and get them to kill, like, one of my other creatures first. I guess we have Vanille. Because the Ochu's not great to get back yet. Galley Cat. That's actually kind of annoying, because now that's a... now that gets to eat another creature, so now if I attack with everything, they eat, like, these two and take 4 instead. You get the last card from their hand, though, before we cast our fight on, so... yep. Now they're locking down him instead of one of my better creatures. I'm still a mana short of casting Vanille, though. Yeah, let's get these two back. We're tapped out. Alright, I better not lose this to a bunch of, like, high toughness creatures. Hey, Zach. Zach is colorless to do his ability? Yeah. So, Zach can give a creature indestructible and move his counters onto that creature, so... not the best for us. Alright. Yes, T-Rexer. You like to sacrifice Zach in response to T-Rexer? No? Didn't think so. Alright. So with a land off the top, next turn we can attack with T-Rexer, trade off for one of their creatures, or, you know, probably Zach at that point. Actually, no, they can't really do that one. Ah, they're going to flip into Alexander. It did shrink their Galley Cat, though, so I'm only taking 1 damage from that. Alright, so prevent all combat damage to be dealt to creatures you control this turn. Okay. Did not draw the land, so... it's a little bit worse. Yeah, they're still off it. They block and trade with the 6/6, and I just get it back, and now they're down the artifact, so their Galley Cat is smaller. And if they don't trade off with Alexander, then they're just taking too much damage, and I'm not taking nearly enough. Alright. First win. I've got an hour to cram in as much magic as I can before I have to go to work. It means if we get close to that, I'm going to have to call it before we get into the game, because I don't want to miss out on anything. Like, have to leave in the middle of a game, or anything like that, so... Ooh. We do have Fang and Vanille. We can try to pull it off, but... and we have the trade... Alright. Now we're just going to get absolutely run over by, like, the white-red equipment deck. Okay. Yeah, it's a playable, but I would prefer to see a Forest right now over another 3-drop. Definitely over another Swamp. Alright. Fine. Let's do this thing. Just doubles her power, right? Yeah. Okay, so Tifa's a 2/2. Ooh, that's a lot of damage, actually. 3/3, 6/3, yeah. Alright, you got it. Should've played the Edirmon first. Tifa's just gonna one-shot me now. Alright. So her toughness never goes up. So in theory we can block her, but... and trade. But if they have any more ramp, I'm just going to take so much damage that it won't matter. Alright, gain 3 life is not anything problematic for me. So I run out Vanille and look for the land to flip them. Or I can play the Gardener and cast Resentful Revelation and look for a forest. Or look for more land in general. Yeah, okay. Let's do that one, I think. Ah, there we go. So take the forest. Mill that. Play the forest. Yeah, the Seath will come wandering back on its own, so... Just do that. Oh, they have a removal spell? Are they going to stop what's about to happen to them? Looks like they're punching. Ah. Ooh, Jesus! Yeah, that's terrible. Okay. Like, anything else here and I just die. Okay. Down to 8. Tifa comes back. Oh, it's at the beginning of the main phase, not beginning of combat. Shoot. Alright, we'll still do it, because it's still an incredibly powerful play, but I did think I was going to actually get to do something else first. Alright, so attack for 7, because it's Vigilance and Menace and all that good stuff. Run out the Ochu to have an extra blocker. And hope my fusion monster doesn't die, because I'll be following it shortly thereafter. Do they have a permanent in the graveyard? Yeah, they don't even get to kill the Ochu there. Alright. Well, I'm looking pretty stable now. Okay. They can double block and kill Ragnarok at this point. So let's see if I can find anything first. I'm going to decline because I would... Yeah, if I hit Hunt the Mark, I want to actually be able to play it here. And... Tifa's scarier, but... Cloud of Darkness practically kills me by itself. So... Alright. One more. Well, that lets them trade with my Ragnarok, but... Now that's a 5-5 that doesn't kill anything. Alright. It's getting a little dicier. Take the one of the last cards from their hand, I guess. Not the last card. Lost Anima. That's both good and terrifying. Unlegendary permanent card from my graveyard to the battlefield would be the Malboro at that point. The problem is that they're trading, like, X-Death and Grand Pulse Ochu for it. So, I do put myself very close to dead if they... Well, I die if they top deck a removal spell. Nah, I think we wait. It's close, but I think we wait. There's Thera Hiramon. Oh. Definitely gonna block Cloud of Darkness here. Attempt to trade for... Alright. Let's make the trade now. Yep. Alright, so they take 3, go to 4. Ragnarok dies. Game? And return target non-legendary permanent from your grave. Game? What? What the hell is this interface? I'm supposed to be returning a creature from my graveyard to the battlefield. Like... What? Oh, destroyed... Oh! Oh, she does that, too. I genuinely did not know she did that. I am not gonna lie. I missed that she killed another permanent. And I'm trying to figure out if I can return target legendary permanent from your... Okay. I thought there was a thing with the game. Alright. Lost Colosseum Behemoth. And play out my land. And play out another... halfway lethal threat. Technically a lethal threat with Frisch's Wanderings. So, they get 1 turn now. Okay, yeah, no, that threw me because I missed that Ragnarok also killed a permanent. I completely forgot she could do that. Or didn't even know she could do that, maybe. I knew she got a permanent back from the graveyard when she died. But... Alright. Got an hour left. Yeah, no, I genuinely thought that the game was bugging out, and because it was supposed to be looking for a permanent, it was trying to target one on the battlefield. Alright, opponent goes first. Everything else is fine. Yeah. I guess I can run out the Ochu then. Who the heck dies? I might not be able to cast Vanille on 4, but that's probably okay. Ah, it's Tifa again. Damn, girl, calm down. We'll have to punch everything. She does, though. And she gonna punch it. She gonna punch it real good. Yep. And a Choco kick. Alright. Oh, guess I'm taking 2 then. Got it. I'm not blocking her, so take 1, pass turn. I'm not rebuying the Ochu yet, just yet. Yep. I mean, as long as she's only attacking for 2, it's not that big a deal. The other opponent, though, where they were just like, oh, yeah, we're going to make Tifa, like, 14 power. That's the one where it's like, no, I'm good, thanks. Please stop murdering my face. See, now you know it's safe to kill my 1-1. No? Still not going to? Okay. Like, if they kill the 3-4, I'm still not blocking with the 1-1, so... Okay, see, now we're doing the thing. Although, again, she can't get up past 3 toughness with the cards on board, so I will block with the trader here. If they attack... If they have her limit break also... Which I think is the only green trick they could have. They could have the sword. Okay. Oh, now she's 8 power. And now she's 14-6 trample. So I can go to 1 or I can go to 5. Alright. Let's go to 5. Because I think that's a more reasonable number to go to here. Alright, legit, now I might be blocking with the Heck Dies just to soak up an extra point of trample damage, depending on what they do here. Alright, well... If they have anything, I just die, so... Alright, seems legit to me. Kill Bartz and Boko before they get value out of them. Hit for 1. I'm at 3, but I have board position. So... View battlefield... 3, 4, 5, 6... I think I get back the Ahiramon now. That means I don't want to sacrifice the treasure just yet. Or do I? Is it better to get more things on board? Maybe it's better to get more things on board. We can always lose the Heck Dies later. I need to pressure them before they find something. Alright, save me, Shinra reinforcements. Okay. Well, it's not every day you survive getting punched in the face by Tifa. Okay. After a little bit of a rough start and almost dying multiple times to Tifa, we're doing great. That's great. Magic's great. Final Fantasy's great. Is that the fear of tiny holes? I feel like that's the fear of tiny holes. Ooh, this one's actually really rough. Not only do we not have the green, or the 3rd mana rather, but we don't have a 2-drop, so there are fewer 2-drops I can draw for Precious Wandering to put a counter on. Although if I do draw a land naturally and it's a swamp, I can wait on the Wanderings. I think it's fine. Oh, right, I can get the swamp from Malboro, too, to set up the Revelation. Or not Revelation, Reawakening. Alright. We can draw the swamp naturally. Alright. I need to think now. Gonna have to use a significant portion of brain power. So we let that happen. So if we cycle this, so the sequence is cycle this, play land, play Fang. Then next turn, Wanderings. Yeah, I think we cycle it now. Get the swamp. I'm trying to decide if it's better to cycle it or to have it as a play on 6 and then reanimate it later. Because we're not going to be able to cast Evil Reawaken next turn since I'm not ramping this turn, so... Alright, Frog is kind of annoying. Tokens are tapped. I'm just resigning myself to taking 6 damage next turn. Yeah. I can't even attack into their things. Yeah, this is rough. Do not think we are going to win this game. And that's a fat chocobo. Unfortunately, Malboro by itself is not going to be enough here. I don't think. So they lost their T-Rexer. Okay, my T-Rexer might actually help if I live here. It's a big ask, because they still have 3 cards in their hand, and yeah, now my guy's offline, so that's 11 exactly. Yep. Yeah, that draw was just a little bit too slow with what they were doing. I need to be on the play for that to have worked out for me. Ah, well. Alright. Well, again, if we lose another one, we'll finish the first draft before I have to leave for work, but I prefer to get another win or 2 in. Just save the rest for later. Well, we have the Revelation. I'm on the play. We should be able to find our forest. Our opponent's going to talk to some beavers. Alright. Oh, let's take a card from them then. I don't really need the reinforcements in play yet. Man, I don't think the beavers are that interesting, opponent. Clearly you disagree, but... yeah, we'll just take a forest. I'd rather have my Uchu in play than have a land that can produce a 3rd black mana. Hey, Fang. How you doing, girl? Alright, let's offer the trade, because it's going to be forever before... Okay. My offer for a trade was declined. So summon a little catfish man. Shiny rock. They have a Hectize. Alright, well, that's a pretty easy ditch the swamp for me. And Town Greeter. Build that, and they get to draw a card off Fang. I will decline. I don't need to lose that just yet. Got other stuff going on. Well, if I don't find another land soon, keeping the land over the Shinra reinforcements is gonna prove to be not the best. It's Fat Chocobo. Alright, found another land. Yeah, if they have another Hectize, this is gonna suck, but I think it's fine to... Alright. I didn't need a ton more land, so I'm really okay milling 3 of them there. We'll figure it out later. Right now I need spells to not die. Oh, God, that hurts. Okay, that wasn't too terrible. I thought they were going to kill the 3-4 and just jam with everybody at that point. Just wreck my day. Granted, Bartz and Boko are still really powerful, and... because they still let you play... Is that the one? Oh, no. I'm thinking of the ability on the Traveling Chocobo. That you could play birds off the top. Never mind. They're done now. They're just a 4-3. With affinity for birds, but still. Yeah, why do I think... I could have sworn Bartz and Boko had another ability while they were on the battlefield, too. Okay, maybe I don't know this set as well as I thought I did. I'm sorry. Day 1 of the new set, and I don't know every single card. This thing is 8 mana to activate, and I currently have 2, 4, 5, 6. This thing lives for 2 more turns. Yeah, I think I'm okay trading off for it rather than taking 8 more damage from it. So those are my 2 main options here. Well, opponent, I hope you enjoyed that sneak peek of what I have in my hand. Creature cards in my graveyard, not permanents. All the other things count permanents. I'm like, how is that only a 2? And the answer is, it does not count my forests. Or any of my other lands. It's still fine. Still making 2 2/2s if I don't trade off anything here. If I do trade anything off, I get an extra one for each thing, so... Opponent, I have to be to work in 37, or I have to leave for work in 37 minutes. I need you to pick something. Well, it does make the thing in my graveyard better. And it does remove their most relevant creature from the board, so... It's not like I'm not sitting on a way to deal with something way more powerful. Like the Albed, for example. Yeah, I think this is still better, though. Gets one of the last two cards out of their hand. Outmuscles their entire board. I think it's better than deploying Hunt the Mark on the 2-3. They could easily have, like, a giant Doomsday green creature to work with. Alright, they lost Gaius, and we exiled the Final Days and Resentful Revelation. Alright, I know it's at random, but it certainly feels like we got paid off for that decision. Because that was a card draw spell, and... How many dead creatures do they have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I didn't even notice they milled Vincent. Yeah, so that was 10, or 5 2/2s, 10 power and toughness worth of bodies on the recast. I was going to say, that probably kills my best creature. Yep. Doesn't make their attacks good, but it kills my best creature there. Although that is another dead creature now, so I'm up to 4. Ah, that's going to drive me crazy. That's not in their hand. So reviving the Malboro doesn't do much. I'd be reviving the Ahiramon instead as a 4/4. That's also not a terrible idea, especially when I have this thing. But I can't cast it yet, because I'm 1 short, so... But getting a whole bunch of bodies I can sacrifice. 6/6 Malboro is good. 4/4 Ahiramon also good. I think I actually want the Ahiramon. Yeah, I really don't care about their 4/3. Rayma. It gets to attack me this one turn, and then it's gone next turn, so I don't even have to worry about it. Like, this is an easy take 4 here. Well, they are 3 out of 4 birds. Make the bodies, hit them for 4, drain me for 1, so they go up to 6. They probably need to attack me with all their birds, yeah, just to put pressure on me. Hang on. They have 1 card in their hand. I take 9 and go to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I do have to worry about Tifa's limit break, though. I'll go to 10. 2, 4, 6. It's 10. Yeah, I'm a little worried about specifically Tifa's limit break making one of them 9. So I need to block one of them. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, I think I do need to block 2 of them. Like, specifically Tifa's limit break will kill me here if they have it, so. Plus the drain from the Albed next turn if I kill it to get it out of the way. Alright. Take the last card from your hand. Okay. Yep. So if you don't know, so Tifa's Limit Break is one of the tiered ones at 8 mana. So 2 green and 6, it triples the creature's power and toughness. So an unblocked Chocobo would have dealt 9 to me. Which, considering that I'm now currently at 9... means I would be very dead if I let another Chocobo through. If they had it. And since I can afford to play around it, I might have still supposed to have killed the Albed there instead of discarding the last card from their hand, but... yeah, that sucks. I'm gonna trade a Hectize in for a card. I'm gonna need to kill the Albed now, because them attacking me is going to get me killed, so... they go to 5, I go to 8. Got another body. Just in top deck mode. Need to find something before they find... I'm assuming they have Vanille in there somewhere. Alright, there's... ah, they drew another one of them, right? Because the other one got exiled. I'm like, oh, they have theirs. I'm like, why did I not know they had access to that? Ooh, it's gotta be better to take the fight on here, because we're not going to kill them in one shot with Cloud of Darkness, so... so this is 8 2/2s. I'm gonna die just to that. Like, I'm gonna get back Cloud of Darkness and kill something, but that's not gonna be good enough. Yep, and now I only get one thing back anyway. They're at 4. Alboro by itself isn't gonna pull it off. Yeah, she can kill anything, but that's not going to help much, so... Aramon, Malboro... yeah, we're just going to get overwhelmed here. Because neither one of these is by itself is going to save me. Yeah, any 4 of these are lethal. That was such a ridiculous draw. I say, please ship in with your guys now to try and put pressure on me. Please do it. These 2/2s are trading with the same 2/2s that they're trading with next turn, so... might as well trade with some 3/2s now. Yep. Come at me. Hit me with everything. No? Yeah, that doesn't save me. So we put them to 2. And that does it, because I can't block. Yeah, any 4 of these 10 creatures are lethal, so... yep. That's not there. We block there with that one. Block there. 1, 2, 3. Blocks there. 1/1 blocks. Bang, I guess. And yeah, we still take way too much. Alright. Such a brutal top deck. For the end of days. mine was so small, because I milled nothing but land the entire game, and theirs was titanic. Alright, well, at least we got to finish the draft, so there's that. 3-3, not how I want it to end, obviously, but 4 wins and I consider as a success, but 3 wins is like, at least you didn't completely bomb out, so. That's our first attempt at a Final Fantasy draft, so there'll be plenty more to come, so thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Have a good rest of your day.